I'm Grizzly Greg. Hit that thumbs up button. Drop a comment. Always smash that subscribe button. Thank you to my sponsor, Pandemic Performance. Check them out on Instagram, Facebook, and pandemicperformance.com for all your performance needs. Enjoy the video. Hello again, everyone. Just want to show you guys my new toy that I picked up. It ain't much. I did sell the Rhino. Got that running good. I ran it for a week and had a guy come and buy it. And had a message here the other day. They messaged me saying it's been working awesome. It's been doing great. They're very happy with it. So then I got back on Marketplace and started shopping around a little bit. And I found this gem. Look at this gem, a 94 BigBear 350. Story on this machine is it was used for deer hunting, for ice fishing, stuff like that. Sat 5 years. The person that owned it didn't have any time to get it back running and fix it up. More or less, I believe the way he made it sound is he just didn't want to deal with it anymore. So I went and looked at it and picked it up. Got it for a pretty good price, and I am going to basically fix it up and probably throw it back out there. A couple things were wrong with it. Obviously, it had full gas tank of gas that was 5 years old. Plastics were full of this mildew. I did pressure wash this entire machine for like 15-20 minutes, maybe even closer to a half hour yesterday. And that took care of a lot of it. I missed a little bit right here, though. See that mildew stuff? It rubs off, but it was covered. Like, the whole thing was covered in that. So I showed up. I brought my borescope along, and I pulled the spark plug. Looked at the cylinder. You could still see the machining marks, when they were machining the cylinder out. That looked good. I stuck the borescope in here. There's actually still oil in it, which was kind of impressive. So it was on the low, it's on the low end, but there's still oil in it. Put it in there. That looked good. And engine was free, so I picked it up. Brought it home. As I was looking at it, I noticed that the spark plug. Here's the spark plug that came out of it. It was like bent over and just corroded black. I had one in my toolbox over there, so I threw that in there, put the boot back on, and Brandon, my neighbor, was over at the time. I was like, what are the chances of this thing firing? Obviously the battery was totally dead, which 5 years of sitting, that's this thing is all crusty too, but I literally put it in full choke. I literally put it in full choke. Had Brandon kind of hold this a little bit, the throttle, and second pull, and the thing started. It literally started that easy. Air filter is actually pretty clean too, so I checked that before I did that, but I was so impressed. I was like, wow. It only ran for 15 seconds maybe, and then shut off on me. I still might have to pull that carburetor and clean it out yet, but tonight I got the fuel tank drained. I got new spark plug in there, obviously. I got an oil filter. I got a new fuel filter and fuel line. So I'm going to throw that on there. I'm going to throw some fresh gas in. I'm going to drain all the fluids. Mainly just the... I'll probably drain all the fluids. Front diff, rear diff, engine oil. Throw a new oil filter in. I am going to take these racks off, and I'm going to give them a nice coat of fresh black paint. Dress this machine up a little bit. I got stickers coming for it. What else did I do? Oh, and the seat only had just this little tear in it too. So it's like the seat's actually even in, okay shape. You can tell this has been baking in the sun. It's a little bit, but it's still good. Seats are expensive. And I got a rear brake cable coming for it. This cable's broke. right here. That was only 20 bucks brand new, right from Race Driven. I was testing out, see how shiny the plastic is here, and it gets a little duller up here. I think I'm going to be able to really shine this plastic up nice, which I'm going to work on after I get the racks off too. Then I was messing around with the tire shiner. Yep, the tires are going to get a nice coat of tire shine. The entire machine underneath is going to get a nice coat of that. I sprayed a bunch of it on here too to see how it would look. I was hoping to take the tire shine would take some of that out, make it a little bit more blend in, but it doesn't. Still looks pretty crappy. And one thing I gotta figure out is where the oil filter goes. I think it's actually behind here. Yep, bet you the oil filter's behind there. So I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get going on that right now. I'm gonna start changing some oils. Once I drain the oil, I'm gonna stick the borescope back in here and just kind of look at the bottom of the crankcase, see if there's any type of metal filings or anything. I'm also going to run new fuel line. Once you put new fuel line on, especially this black stuff, I always run some gas through it into the pail, shut the gas off, let it sit a while, let that gas kind of eat at some of that black, the inner lining of this, and then run some more gas through it into the pail. I've had it at my old job where you stick new fuel line on and the black soot that's still in here from the machining process actually got into injection pumps, got into carburetors and gummed them up. And then we'd have to tell the customer that we can't warranty it. There's foreign material in there. All we can do is charge you for the $200 to repair the injection pump. And that was always a fun conversation to have. It was never their fault, so that's kind of the way it went. But yeah, I'm gonna get going on this, and I just figured I kind of guys show you what this looks like, and I'll show you the finishing product here once I'm done with it. I'll kind of take you along step to step on what I'm doing, and we'll get moving on it right now. Stay tuned. So that's the oil drain plug. I'm on the left side of the machine, 19 millimeter. So we'll give her a little. There we go. Let's just kind of see. I imagine this thing's gonna be spring loaded. I think I remember that with my BigBear 400. Yep. Gotta make sure you grab that spring. There's a little filter. That oil actually looks really nice. Really nice. Yeah. I think the spring-loaded thing's kind of a pain in the butt. Nothing in the screen. Boy, looks like really nice oil. Maybe I should even be changing it. All right, on to pulling the filter. I just took a look inside there again with my borescope here, and man, it looks nice. Oil is really nice. Man, I'll tell you what, this little $40 industrial endoscope on Amazon. This is what it looks like right here. It's got a little zoom, more light, power button. I bought one myself. Works awesome. Alright, oil filter's behind this right here. There's 3 Allens, 5 millimeter, a little extension, ratchet, and oil filter is just a tiny little guy. There he is, just like that. Well, tusk again, Rocky Mountain ATV. Take that off and see what the filter looks like. Yeah, overall pretty clean. I'm very impressed with the oil filter. It ain't that dirty, but good to change it anyway. Alright, so I got the carb out. I got it to run for just a couple seconds and it shut off. Well, as expected. I don't know if you guys can see any of that gunk in there. Look at that. I have a big chunk of black. It's all full of gunk in there. And I cleaned this jet off already. But you're probably not going to be able to tell, but if you look at the needle and see it, it's full of this green white powder, which is probably remnants of ethanol. Here's the bowl. You take the screws out quick. Actually, if they fall out. The bowl's just, it's not bad, but it's layered in just gunk on the bottom there. So I'm gonna get the old ultrasonic out. I don't know where I put it though. I don't know if I put it in here. Yep, right there. You buy them at the ammo section. That's a Hornady. You let her eat for about an hour and a half in that thing. You'll pull that carburetor out. It should be spick and span. I'll kind of show you the before and after. Here's before, obviously. Looks pretty dirty. Be a new carburetor here in about an hour or two. Yep, got the ultrasonic. Just working. You can see the water's already getting foggy. This thing's got a heater on it too. So heats the water up to like, 200 degrees. And hopefully after this half hour, I'll probably run it for another half hour and go inside for the night. So yeah, stay tuned. Alright, got all the racks off. Got the front bumper off. Kind of adding a coat of paint to that. Add a coat of paint to them. I gotta add one more coat yet. I actually did 2 coats of that. Bumper's right there. Still gonna have to add another coat to that. I gotta get the backside too. Brandon took all them off for me. All the bolts right there. I'll have to figure out what bolts go where, or have him come over and get that. Help me put that back on. We're on our second half hour of cooking. And yeah, this might be where this video ends. I think I'm getting up there in length of time. So that's the paint I'm using, is Rust-Oleum stuff. Seems to really spread nice on steel. So did clean up the intake, the carburetor tube a little bit, so I can get a little better seal on that. Started shining all the plastics up. I think when I probably just gotta go somewhere. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'm gonna start off by draining the front diff and rear diff and fill them up with oil. And then by that time, I think this carburetor is gonna be cooked enough. I think I'm gonna sit here and finish my beer, let this go down to 15 minutes, and then probably start it back up to 30, let it cook as I go inside for the night. And then tomorrow morning, blow it out and let her cook again. So, yeah, thanks for watching.